Hello there and welcome to day 9 of 100. I am really excited because I'm so close to hitting 10, which feels like a milestone because I'm going to be at 10% of my 100 video challenge. Thank you for everyone who has followed me. Who hasn't followed me, please do head over, subscribe to my channel. You can check out any of our educational programs or our SEO training programs. Links should be in this description. If not, head over to our website, jasonpidzik.com, and you can find out more. So for today, we have these different content clusters in these videos, and the topic for today is a definition of something within SEO. The topic that we're going to define today is the content creation process. Now, as all of you probably know, content plays an extremely important role in SEO, and whether we want to create content or not, it's really become a commodity, and website owners and organizations have gone from sporadically creating content, or maybe looking at content as like a hack, or maybe something they can do, on and off, to it being a lifeline and just like an ongoing process within marketing. Now, 20 years ago, this wasn't the case. This has really blown up in the last couple of years. And I really think that with AI, this has exponentially become easier. And it's not just become easier, but it's also become more important that you understand the value that you bring in the market and you understand your niche, so you can actually provide value so that your content has authority, can rank, and can create organic visibility, so you attract more high intent traffic to your website, hopefully exposing you to revenue opportunities, leads, MQLs, SQLs, whatever you want to call them, or whatever your business is. So today, let's talk a little bit about content creation process. So content really on a website can be defined as lots of different formats. You can have blog posts, pillar pages, and news articles. I mean, we upload news articles every week on my website. You can do all sorts of different formats in the sense of creating content. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to talk about written content. So this isn't visual content like videos, social media, etc. It's just focused on written content for your website, which is words on paper listed on your website. And these can be news articles, pillar pages, articles, short form blog posts, long form blog posts. And I'm going to talk about the process, because as we dive deeper into this topic, content, unfortunately, for so long, again, as I said at the beginning, has been kind of treated as like a campaign. And it isn't a campaign. Your website is, you might say, your digital brochure of your organization, but it plays a role in attracting traffic. And if we really understand that relationship, we realize that we have to be consistent with our input to our content creation to have consistent results. And when it comes to creating content, there are different strategies for creating content, but I'm going to talk about the 7 steps that we recommend, and actually in a lot of our education and SEO courses and programs, we cover this. But when you approach content creation, there are some fundamental steps that you shouldn't overlook. Number 1 is keyword research. Now, keyword research is boring, it's tedious, it's resource heavy, but is very important. Keyword research is going to help you align in terms of your ideal audience is searching and how that aligns with your products, services, value proposition, and the content on your website. Doing your keyword research and categorizing it can be facilitated by AI, and I do think it's definitely a good use case for AI to help categorize the intent of your keywords, help build clusters, etc. But keyword research is very important that you do it, and you do it understanding what keywords are, or what keywords play a role at the different stages in the funnel. Top of the funnel keywords are very different to bottom of the funnel keywords, for example. The second step is observing content gaps. Now, this is something that I don't see a lot of information on the internet about, and it's something we teach and talk a lot about here on our website and in our education programs and our courses, is observability of, or exposing content gaps from, you might say, competitors or peers in your market who are currently ranking for search terms, but are sometimes missing, you might say, or overlooking some keywords. And you can run tests to observe what those gaps are. Once you observe those gaps, you can then see if you have keywords in your keyword research that match those gaps to identify, ultimately, opportunity and lower difficulty, or you can observe these gaps and match them with your keyword research to then ultimately create content that is easier for you to rank. Now, observing content gaps is ultimately looking at a competitor's website, looking at a peer's website, looking at someone in the industry that you consider is a thought leader in the space, or whatever, but observe their website, run some tests on their content, extract the articles that they are ranking for and what keywords they're ranking for, and then see if there are gaps in, you might say, the semantic cluster that they're not currently creating content for or they're not targeting. This is where you can observe these gaps, and then you can definitely fulfill those content gaps and rank. The third step is establishing content clusters, and these have to be semantically orientated. You can't create content that isn't interlinked or interwoven with a topic. You can't just, there used to be like this skyscraper effect where you could just like rank for like really low-hanging fruit articles, like long tail keywords, and that was it. Those days are over, because the way that search engines and AI interpret content is really around authority and relevancy. I mean, there is obviously domain authority, there is backlinks, there's a bunch of other things that we can talk about, but from a content perspective, content has to be a pillar. It has to be built on its, you might say, on previous content, and really you unpack value on your website in a topic, and often you've got maybe 20 keywords within one content cluster, or even 100 keywords in a content cluster. And ultimately this means you need to create content that is clustered according to the topics that you want to rank for, and that they are semantically orientated, or there is overlapping value in, you might say, these different content clusters. Establishing the content clusters, organizing your content clusters will help take your keyword research, observing content gaps, to a plan that you can operationalize. Step number 4 is creating briefs. Content briefs, SEO content briefs are extremely important. We actually have a ton of templates and really powerful content briefs that you can pick from, but the reality is content briefs aren't just a list of titles. They aren't just a list of keywords. It is an analysis of how the article should be structured to rank for the keyword that you are targeting. It's very important that we understand that content is, you might say, the vehicle. Keywords are what people search and trigger the content, but the content has to be structured in a way for search engines to interpret that you rank for that keyword, or that you want to rank for that keyword. Step number 5 is now the production of the content. Now, whether you use AI and a content creator, or you just use a content creator, that's completely up to you. I would always recommend using AI, but with a supervised model, not an unsupervised model or process, because generally this leads to pretty bad results. But if you are using AI and a content creator, or just a content creator, a copywriter, or a ghostwriter, then great. But production of your content, the key here is understanding QA and getting feedback from your team. If you're creating pieces that are sensitive to the products or services or the value that you have in the market, you shouldn't overlook getting feedback from your team. Bring in your SMEs, bring in your subject matter experts, and get them to provide feedback. That feedback can really shape the narrative of the article, which will then improve the authority and the visibility of your content. Step number 6, publishing of the content. Now, if you're using WordPress or another website builder, just uploading that content, making sure that you do optimize, obviously, all of the meta tags and the title tags, make sure your focus keyword is in there. There are different plugins that you can use on WordPress, such as Rank Math, that will help you see your SEO score for the article that you've uploaded. And it's important that you make sure that you kind of get those keywords into your titles, get them into your FAQs, get them into the beginning of your content. Make sure your URL is nice and short. Short and sweet is better than a long URL, for example. Make sure that you get your keyword into your title tag. All of this is very important, but when you publish that content and upload it and publish it, it's very important that once you publish it, you then focus on step number 7, which is distribution. And the most important part of distribution isn't just, hey, let's just publish it on LinkedIn and let people know we've released a blog, but more, how is it interlinked with your site? So can you find other pieces of content on your site that are semantically linked to that content, and then start adding in those links? It's very important because it helps consolidate, you might say, the pillar that you're wanting to rank for, and that will allow you to achieve more organic visibility. So these are the 7 steps for the content creation process. And as this video today is about a definition of a term, I just wanted to share with you how to step-by-step create content in a way that will allow you to establish your brand as an authority, establish your website in your space, achieve more organic visibility, and receive more traffic. And hopefully that contributes to your revenue goals or your organizational goals. So Hope you found this video interesting. Please subscribe, share this with somebody, drop me a comment. And of course, if you're interested in any SEO training or SEO courses or joining our SEO community, just head over to my website and you can find out more information. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.